とうとうつらつらが来た. Your sleepy witch has descended from the stars. Hello, hello, starshines. It is I, your Saturnian star-colored sheep, Sleepy Stellaria, here to soothe your heart and help make your wishes come true. Today, we'll be talking about the stars and you, astrology, birth charts, all those assorted things, what they might mean for me, what they might mean for you, and maybe a little bit of history, mayhaps. But first, let me say hello, happy Wednesday, happy second Monday. It is Wednesday, my dudes. I ventured out into society, I conquered it, I came out on the other side. I'm very eepy. I'm very eepy. Long drive, and then I'm like, that's okay. Let me say hello. I lurked in Luna stream on mobile as much as I could, so I saw some of you not that long ago. Hi Zaku, hi Rebu, hi Honda, hi Kami, hi Wilty, hi Bardu, hi Yor, hi Zerd, hi hello. Wow, the stream streak, powerful, powerful Wilty. Hi Bardu. Good times, konbanwa. So, did Rebu's tarot get eaten? I think she said it got eaten, but for those of you who did tarot, because it's divination's slightly relevant. Hi CJ. Let's see. Oh, Rebu's card got eaten. Wilty drew the Ace of Wands. Intuition there. Tommy drew the Ace of Swords. Okay, so we're aces today. We're aces today. You see. Let me know if music's too loud, too quiet. Hi Lux, welcome on in. And then I did tarot, and I got the Temperance Arcana. I would like some peace. Hi, how are you? How was the rest of your stream earlier? Today we're talking some divination, some astrology. So for those of you who... Oh. CG's getting his tarot drawn. How dare you draw the Justice Arcana? How dare you? How dare you? Also, hi YouTube, I hope you're doing well, sillies. Let's see what she gets. The Eight of Cups. You know what? That's fair. That's fair. You're walking on a new path now. With new things on the horizon for you. Exciting things. Justice for CG. No. Objection. I object. We're gonna get her too. Oh, the Knight of Cups. Bardu's Tarot. The Heart of the Cards. What's it say? Oh, the Nine of Wands. Things might be a little bit difficult, but just as long as you're persistent, you will find your way. Lux is getting his tarot drawn. What does time have in store now? Oh, the Strength Arcana. You know what? That's very fitting for Lux. You're not cooked. Am I cooked? No, you're not cooked. You're raw. Wait. Never mind. I don't think that came off better. I do have your birth chart. Good time zone. The Ten of Pentacles. Choose. You've been playing the Dragon Quest III remake. How's that been going? Finally, no cups. I've had a lot of aces today. Not many cups or swords in general. 11 hours of memes. Imagine. Oh, everybody's joining in. Getting their card read. Speaking of cups, 2 of cups, but good cups. Zap does deserve all the appreciation and is a very passionate person. So that makes sense. It checks out. You beat your first actual boss. How did that go? Was it smooth sailing? Oh, hold on. Let me open something really quick. JC, I already know all your birth info. Hi, JC. Two of Cups, my beloved. Right? The random battles were more of a problem than climbing the tower. Ooh. Ooh. That's rough, buddy. But you made it. Don't sound so excited to see you, geez. Well, I'm still thinking about... Oh, I'll have to do a screenshot or I'm just kidding. I am excited to see you, witchhunter.png. Hi, JC! Peace. Excited to watch History of Honkai, and your brain is mushy now? Well, we'll have to put it back together. Get girls. DNA. Yeah. Exactly. Okay, so I started actually, as you can see, I did start a slideshow. Stop. I did start a slideshow about birth charts, but then I realized that a lot of it is just gonna be like talking, and I can't actually like do your birth chart for you manually. I don't have the skills to map out your stars at this point in time. So, if you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. But we'll talk a little bit about like history and the meaning, and you know, I will invite you to get your birth chart. We can talk about mine a little bit. Things that I like to use, and what you was born in a day and a month. It's true. You were. So I did have a couple things still on this slideshow, but nothing really. I did like an introduction and then something about elements, and then I was like, well, we can just talk. I don't need to do like a whole shebang. So I know Luna's done her birth chart. Has anyone else here gotten their birth chart done by like a website or an app, or maybe you went and saw someone and did it? I've never done that one, but yeah, has anyone ever dabbled in getting their birth chart? Or do you know anything other than your sun sign? You did it on a website, you think? They make it very easy. You just remember, yeah, CG's a triple Leo for Sun, Moon, Ascendant. Oh my gosh. What was it you said? You said something like, I have to find this now. That we hold on. I'll find this. I said triple Leo, wow. And you said, is triple Leo bad? And I said, you need a lot of attention, but in 2023. I'm so sorry. Curious. You wrote this down somewhere. Kami believes his was Pisces, Capricorn, and Sagittarius. Oh. Well, first we'll do a little bit of an introduction. Here's that attention you ordered. I'll consider that being your angle. Moving on. Yeah, we did talk a little bit about it in the Stellarium. And some people shared theirs. Wow. Kami wants me to be his angle. Alright, Kami, I'm always your angle. You have a very pleasant set of your sun, moon, and ascendant signs. How about that? Yeah, that is one thing you'll need for a more accurate reading of your birth chart is you'll need where you were born, city, country, and you'll need roughly the time you were born if you have that information. Otherwise, you can guesstimate. The closer you get, the more accurate your birth chart will be. Well, like there are some signs that don't change too much because they only move over like a generation essentially. Stars that don't move as quickly. So like Pluto and Neptune and Uranus stay for like a long time. Uranus is about 7 or 8 years, I think. Neptune's about 14, and Pluto stays for like 30 or so years. So typically whatever's in those houses are more representative of like a generation rather than you specifically. So the smaller increments that apply to you specifically would be your sun, your moon, your rising, your Jupiter, your sun, your Venus. Those sort of things are more specifically tailored to you and what was going on when you specifically exactly were born. Where could you look this stuff up? We will get to that. Taurus, Aquarius, Cancer. There's so many great things about... JC just busted my door open. Hold on. He's being needy because I was gone all day. How could we choose just one? So, first, before we get... You can do that at your leisure. But for me, I want to go into a little bit of, like, history first before I actually talk about, like, getting your birth chart and comparing and whatnot. So I did write a small introduction. Natal astrology, that's your birth chart, because natal is a system of astrology that claims to shed light on an individual's personality or path in life based on a horoscope or natal chart. These are all the same things. That includes the exact time, date, time, and location of someone's birth. It illustrates the positions of the sun, moon, and planets, as well as the aspects and angles between all of them. Some interpretations include noting the placement and significance of important features in the sky at that time. So it's a bunch of math and mapping, essentially, going into more of the philosophical, mixing, you know, the fantastical and the science of sorts. The next, I only have one more slide, and all it was is this. So we don't need that at the moment. But a little bit about the practice itself. You know, astrology is a practice, an ancient practice, it's pretty old, that involves studying the positions and movements of celestial bodies to understand and predict, you know, not just us and who we are and how our lives will go, but also events and destinies of other things. And how that relates to, like, this is relevant to the four basic elements: fire, air, water, and earth. Because each of the 12 zodiac signs is assigned to mainly one of these elements. So fire signs are Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Air signs, you have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Water, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. And earth, we have Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. So each of these different elements and the signs associated, hi Jack, associated with them are like relevant to different aspects of humanity. So fire signs, example, are associated, you know, with energy, passion, creativity. They tend to be dynamic, driven by action, and, you know, might have a little bit of, like, a fiery temperament, one could say. Not always exactly fiery, but just passionate. Enthusiastic, intuition. These people tend to be leaders. Aquarius, the water bearer. Air sign. It do be! It always makes me giggle. Earth signs, you know, tend to be stable, practical. They're grounded, reliable, focused on, you know, realities rather than abstract concepts. They tend to be about building, maintaining, you know, things going on in their lives. Reflecting the nature of the earth and how it is enduring and solid. Air signs, hello Libra. They tend to deal with your mind, communication, intellect. They tend to be social, communicative, and they have an easier time stepping outside of, you know, distancing themselves from a situation than other signs might. They deal with ideas and theories rather than needing to be super hands-on. the results aren't always as important, representing how air sort of flows, connects, and exchanges itself in the atmosphere, representing ideas and communication. Water signs are definitely connected to intuition, emotion, and the subconscious. These are deeply emotional individuals, tend to be sensitive, and tend to deal with themes of mystery and the unseen. The flow of feelings, similar to the flow of air. They tend to have an intuitive understanding of the undercurrents of people. So just kind of like going off of vibes, technically, sort of, I could say. Fire signs, they might struggle with being like impulsive. Earth signs persevere well, but might be seen as like unchanging, or like maybe tending to have like tunnel vision. That sort of thing. So how cold is it where you are? It was about 30 Fahrenheit today, -1 Celsius maybe? Around whereabouts there? Yeah. But this basic structure of these elements, which I can't lie, just make me think of like video games. But this elemental framework of sorts allows us to analyze how different signs might interact or influence each other based on these elemental natures and the qualities associated with them. Much how like they do in nature, that's why it's like that. Which I think is interesting. It helps shape how you express yourself and interact with the world. Wow. Oh, let me go back to this because I don't have any other slides. That's all I'm going to say about elements. But I had to hiccup. I'm so sorry. So how a natal chart or a birth chart is made, I don't know the logistics quite of making one myself, which is why they're typically formulated, right, as we were saying, through an app or a website. But I can tell you what it is. So, as said previously, it is a map of the positions of the planets, sun, moon, and celestial bodies relevant to your birth. And it's structured where it's typically circular with Earth at the center, symbolizing the viewpoint from where you as Earthlings were born. So mine, being Saturnian, is very different. However, for our purposes, I did get my natal chart as if I was born on Earth. It is then divided into 12 sections known as houses. You'll hear that word a lot, as houses. Each representing different areas of life, such as personality, home, career, relationships, the self, etc. So each sign is placed around this chart, circular in nature, marking where the planets were when you were born. Your sun sign, the one you probably know the most about offhand. Like if someone to say, "What's your sign?" You'd say, "Oh, I'm blah blah blah." It's typically the first one you learn or think of. But your sun sign represents your ego or identity. The moon sign shows your emotional side or how you feel about yourself. And your rising, also called the ascendant sign, indicates how others perceive you, or like your first impression that you might give off. Planets are placed within the signs and those houses, showing where their influence is strongest at during your time of birth. So, like Mars being in one of your houses at that point in time might show that you have energy and drive. Like if you had it in, let's say like relationships, for example, having Mars in your house for relationships could indicate a lot of very passionate, loyal, driven relationships for you. And each house, like I said, it corresponds to different life areas. We'll go through those when we look at a chart. And then there's something called aspects. And aspects are the angles that planets make with each other on their chart, indicating how exactly they interact on the horoscope. There are different types of angles in the names. I don't know all of them, and I don't know all of their meanings, so I'm also going to do maybe a little bit of learning as we go here. But something like a trine might suggest harmony between those planets, whereas a square could indicate tension or challenge between those. What exactly do people want natal charts for? Well, first of all, disclaimer, this is considered a pseudoscience. I will, I can't sit here and just say this is 100% accurate, true to your life. No refunds. but it's fun, it's interesting, and even if it's not completely accurate, it might give you a little bit of insight about yourself, your relationships, your career, or just, good for self-reflection. I'm stretching. It's fine if you consider it a bunch of mumbo jumbo, because at the end of the day, it very much could be. Take it with a grain of salt, but also use it as food for thought. And I do have my preferred, it is fun to know, my preferred app and website. I've used a few. I have one that I use regularly just because I think it's fun and I like it. And you can add friends and like compare stuff. And it also gives you like horoscope with them. But I typically use what is called CoStar. Hold on, let me drop that in there. This is my preferred. I have this on my phone, but I also got my birth chart again on the web so that we can go through it more easily. But before that, where did I just put this? We're gonna do a little bit of history because CoStar actually offers a little bit of, oh my goodness, a little bit of history on its website. I don't know why this is transparent. It should not be. Is there any way I can make that not? Well, why is it transparent? Oh well, I guess. Hold on. I'll just open it in a window and share that window. This is what it's supposed to look like. Any hoozles, you see up here, just, it has a little bit of information that I thought would be cool if we went over. Would you rather do that first or take a look at our birth charts? Starting with, I'm gonna read on this. While you guys think on that, you guys have a think on that. I'm gonna read through a bit of their What is Astrology page. What is astrology? Astrology and astronomy were a single discipline for thousands of years. Until the 1700s, the study of the stars' motion, now known as astronomy, was the same as the study of the stars' effects, now known as astrology. Astrology places a human's lived experience into the context of an enormous, endlessly moving universe. We begin with astronomy. Also something I've been very interested in my whole life. Back in school, you were taught the sun was at the center of the solar system, using a heliocentric model of the universe, which is where the sun is in the center. But until the 1500s, human thought of Earth as the center of the solar system. If you didn't know, that is actually true. We thought we were the main characters of the universe. We had main character energy about our planet. Both models accurately describe the motion of the sun and planets, so both are technically correct representations. Heliocentric versus geocentric. Heliocentric is what we would see if we were standing directly on the sun, and geocentric is what we see when we look at the sky from our view on Earth. Astrology views the sky from the perspective of Earth. The zodiac is a ring of constellations at the same latitude as our solar system. Don't mind me highlighting stuff. So here we have them. Again, circular. Circular around our solar system. There are dozens of other constellations, but these are the ones that the planets appear to move through. From the perspective of Earth, each planet appears to be in front of one of these constellations at all times. Over days, or months depending on the planet, each planet moves across the sky, appearing in front of first one zodiac sign and then another. From our perspective on Earth, it completes one full circle once it has moved through all 12 zodiac signs and starts back at the beginning. In the beginning. So, if we were standing here on Earth at this Earth's horizon, if you've ever looked at the sky at night over multiple nights, you will see that the constellations are in fact different positions depending on the time of the year. So these constellations are moving through. I'm also curious as to how they worded things versus how I yapped. Natal chart is a map of the universe at the exact time and place that you were born. It describes the location of the planets at that specific moment in time. The planets are shown from the perspective of Earth against the ring of constellations called the zodiac. This is an example of a natal chart. This is a visual example of a natal chart. We don't often see them laid out visually when we get our birth charts. They typically just lay it out in like a table or just tell you. But this is the visual map, the visual representation of an example birth chart. So for example, their Venus is in Libra, their moon is in Scorpio, the moon is in Leo, their sun's in Scorpio. Very interesting. I think it's very interesting. The sign names are the constellations, and these symbols are the planets. Circle with dot Libra. Circle with dot Libra. I know it just didn't copy your emoji. I'm sorry, but circle with dot Libra is gonna live in my head rent free now. I'm so sorry. Oh no. This is a little bit of how they started to... I know. Your sun is in Libra. It's okay. This seems to be I'm perusing as I scroll down. This seems to be sort of an example, what if scenario of how it came to be reading the stars like this. So, in astrology, every combination of planet and constellation or zodiac sign has a specific meaning. They do. They all correlate and interact with each other to create something new with each possibility. The planets are the verbs, the signs are the adverbs. So, if your Mars was in Gemini, I take action, taking action coming from Mars, in a curious, chaotic way. Curious and chaotic coming from Gemini. So there's many things to take from this. And we'll go through this a little bit. So the sun, I am fundamentally. Your moon is I experience emotion. These are explaining what your houses are, by the way. These verbs are your houses. I seem is your ascendant or your rising. I communicate is your Mercury. Your Venus is how you love. Your Mars is how you take action. Your Jupiter is how you expand. Your Saturn is how you discipline yourself. Your Uranus is about your generation's innovation. Your Neptune is about your dreams. And your Pluto is about how your generation experiences power. So let's do a little practical application here. So my sun is in Yamas and Lunas and Jolties and so on and so forth. Our sun circle with dot. is in Libra. So I am fundamentally fair, just, and a relativist, is how we could apply that. My moon, CG is a triple Leo, so we'll also apply this practically to him. This is a very bare bones way of doing this. So CG seems fundamentally bold, proud, attention-loving, and charming. He experiences emotion through that same lens of being bold, proud, attention-loving. And he just, in general, seems bold, proud, attention-loving, and charming. Tripling down on all of the experience of being a Leo in those first three. Oh my gosh. That is something, alright. So your sun sign, yep, again, the one that you probably know the best, the one that you think of yourself as. When you say I'm a Pisces, you're referring to your sun being in Pisces. It corresponds to the zodiac sign the sun appeared to be in front of when you were born. Because the Earth completes one revolution around the sun each year, the sun moves through all the zodiac sun signs in the same order every year. For example, everyone born right before the spring equinox, currently in early March, is always a Pisces. Yep. Note that there is an offset between some signs in the tropical and sidereal zodiacs. Okay, yeah, there is a couple different. Libra gang, Libra gang, Libra gang. Libra gang. And if you don't know your sun sign, and you haven't done your birth chart yet, here is where you fall based on your birthday. So if you were born, well, and this counts for 2024. Oh, I didn't know I could do that. Interesting. Interesting. We'll go over the big three and then... Well, first thing it told me when I logged in was, don't be moody. Your rising or ascendant sign is a zodiac sign that was on the eastern horizon when and where you were born. It's called that because it was rising into the sky over the eastern horizon at that point. Oh my gosh, look at this baby, it's freshly born. Scorpio rising. Wait, that might... Some astrologers think the rising sun is how you present yourself in the world. Others think of it as your lens on the world. See, this is one that's very particular to you because the rising sign changes every 2 hours. Each day, the entire zodiac appears to move across the sky. This means that every 2 hours, another one of the 12 zodiac signs becomes visible from below the horizon. That's a very variable one, that's partly why, your birth time and placement is so important because it changes where things were literally in the sky at that time. Your planet signs are based around the Earth's revolution around the sun, and your rising sign is based on the Earth's rotation on its own axis. Imagine two people born at the same time, yep, but on opposite sides of the Earth. Baby Nick in the US. The flipped picture, oh no! Their charts are mostly the same because from the perspective of the Earth, the planets are in front of the same constellations. What changes? Their horizons, literally what they see to the east. All that changes is the rising sign. If two people are born 2 hours apart, their charts are basically the same, but their rising signs are one sign different. Let me see here. Okay, this is what we want. The description of the houses. Because when we go into reading our birth chart, we're like, well, what does that even mean? And it'll go into it a little bit, but I also just want to talk about the houses. They're the context of where the planets and stars are. Your first house is your self-image, the impressions you make on others. Your second house is your personal resources, what makes you feel safe and secure. Your third house is what you know and your everyday surroundings, including siblings and patterns. The fourth house is about your home life, your family, your close relationships, the past, and how it affects you. Fifth house is pleasure and creativity, self-expression, fun. Your sixth house is about productivity, service, and routine. Your seventh house is about partnership and committed relationships, romance, what you bring into your world through other people. Your eighth house is how you relate to other people's resources and things out of your control, including beginnings and endings, transformations, and crises. Yeah. It's very in-depth. Your ninth house is about open-mindedness, philosophy, exchange of culture and ideas, expanding consciousness, and travel. Your 10th house represents your public self and commitments, your career, how you want to be remembered, and your legacy. Your 11th house represents your social world, friends, acquaintances, how you relate to groups of people. And your 12th house is about your unconscious, your subconscious, your dreams, your fantasies. So, another example, using those verbs that we went over previously. If Scorpio ruled your 12th house, I approach secret streams in the unconscious with intensity and depth. You could even apply these simple concepts to your entire chart instead of going in depth if you just wanted like a bare bones way of reading it. And then within those houses, they are connected with how they interact and relate with each other. As it says here, you can think of the houses in polarities. Houses that are in opposition to each other are thematically connected in some way and often symbolize a balance that you need to strike between those two, between your private self and your public self. So even just comparing your 1st and your 7th house, independence and harmony, it's very interesting how these things relate to one another. That's why you're dreaming. The dreamer. And then we're getting a little bit more into the science behind it, and I'm not ready to go there just yet. I'm gonna open up my birth chart. Not that. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine, Emma. I will help you. Will this open it? Let's see. Okay. Don't look for a second. Wait, no. I already did this. Why won't you... Hold on. Hold on a second. Can you... Okay, I'm gonna refresh you. Where did you get yours done, Emma? Okay. So this is my birth chart, represented visually over here. Oh. Okay, they're pretty good about describing it, but we can go through it as well. If you want to send it to me, I think. A homestuck, dubiously plausible, polycule, Capricorn, Taurus, Pisces. Oh my god. I've been paid. Oh my gosh. That description is fantastic. Okay, let me fix my filter a little bit on my cropping. Okay. Chill. Goodness. Wow. Okay. Let me fix that a little bit. My goodness. Wow, that's me. We can go through this. Hold on. If you do use CoStar and you navigate to your profile and you go to your chart and it shows you this, it shows your signs in your houses. if you start scrolling down, it will start describing it to you and explaining it to you. I'm happy to go through it with you as well. But if you didn't know that, let me help. This is what my app is like. It's just on the app instead of on the website. It's a little more sparse on here, but that's okay. I'm outing myself a little bit here. Okay? Be nice. So, my sun sign is Libra. My sun sign is Libra. The sun determines your ego, identity, and role in life. It's the core of who you are and is the sign you're most likely to already know. My sun is in Libra, meaning I'm fundamentally oriented towards fairness and justice. My always generous relativism allows me to see both sides of every situation, though this may sometimes come off as indecisive or insecure. Okay. I don't get tied down to a single view of things. I frequently question myself and rethink my views. I'm more impressionable than I appear, am I? I do what I say and I can get a lot done. I'm typically well-dressed, ? It's in my 4th house, meaning I feel the need to distinguish myself from others through my home and my family. I don't know how true that is for me about my 4th house, but I do relate very heavily to my sun being in Libra. Hi, Robin! You're more than welcome to lurk. Enjoy. You're a Leo. We got another Leo sun. My rising, my ascendant is in Cancer. Your ascendant is the mask you present to people. It can be seen in your personal style and how you come off to people when you first meet. Some say it becomes less relevant as you get older. It changes every 2 hours, so if it doesn't make sense, reconfirm your birth time to make sure. I'm pretty sure about my birth time, but I didn't ask. My ascendant is in Cancer, meaning I come across as gentle, intuitive, and warm, but some may regard this as overly emotional or sensitive to criticism. Okay. Alright. You didn't have to just say it. You didn't have to say it like that. You didn't have to say it like that. Rude. It wasn't rude at all, I'm sorry. Oh, I turned that up way too much, pardon me. And then my moon is in Leo. Hi, CG. The moon rules your emotions, moods, and feelings. This is likely the sign you most think of yourself as, since it reflects your personality when you're alone or deeply comfortable. My moon is in Leo, meaning my emotional self is dramatic, proud, expressive, idealistic, and somewhat self-centered. I need a lot of love, care, and validation from other people. It's also in my 2nd house, meaning I find security and safety through money and material possessions. See, I might need to check on my birth time as well, because I don't agree much with that as well. I don't find much security in that because I've never really had it. Shrug. Just seems weird to be like, hey mom, what time is I born? I don't think my mother would even know. I think I'd have to check my birth certificate, wherever it is. I'm drinking a small bit of alcohol, don't mind me. Don't mind me. Alright, so your Mercury, where your Mercury is. Mercury determines how you communicate, talk, think, and process information. It also indicates how you learn. It is the mind's planet. Think Sailor Mercury. She is, only displayed as a nerd half the time. Just kidding. She's actually a lot more in-depth than that. They did her justice. But when people think of her, if you're not in the Sailor Moon fandom, you might only think of that. My Mercury is in Scorpio, rather. Meaning my intellect is intense, serious, and obsessive. I have the tendency to see things that others don't through my perceptive and insightful intuition. I do be an INFJ. I don't take things lightly, and I like to get straight to the point, which can come off as harsh, suspicious, or intrusive. I tend to communicate through my body language. Can someone attest to that? It's in my 5th house, meaning I'm curious about and inclined to analyze my love life, how to become happy in my creative projects. See, that one, I'll 100% agree with for me personally. But again, how you perceive the self is not always accurate as to how you really are or how others perceive you. Wow. My neck cracking. Please stop. INFJ gang, let's go. My Venus is in Sagittarius. Venus determines how and what you love. It indicates how you express affection and the qualities you're attracted to. I will say now, I've never identified with my Venus. That's not to say it is wrong. I just don't personally agree. And that's the thing, again, with natal charts, like I said. Take them how you will. It's still good for introspection. My Venus is in Sagittarius, meaning my romantic side is curious and easily bored. If you've ever known me and I've talked about romance ever once in your vicinity, I don't think you would agree either. I enjoy my independence. And I'm not willing to compromise that freedom for a relationship that doesn't expand the boundaries of my world. It's also in my 5th house, meaning that for me, love is often expressed in romance, self-expression, creativity, and pleasure. See, the house I agree with. I'm a heavily... I just want to be comfortable. I just want to be domestic. I'm not curious and need my independence at all. In fact, if my partner takes up, if we're absorbed into one person, that's fine with me. My heart, eyes, mind do not stray. I'm not easily bored. I guess I'm curious in that I like to analyze things, but not. Does that make sense? Venus is in Scorpio. You'll have to tell me. My Mars is in Cancer. Mars is the planet of aggression. It determines how you assert yourself, take action, and the energy that surrounds you, particularly in your SMEX life, your ambitiousness, and when you're angry. Hi, Raven. The fridge. What's in the fridge? Got any good snacks in there? Got any cheese in there? My Mars is in Cancer, meaning I assert myself in a way that is emotional and somewhat passive-aggressive. And I push things forward only when I feel safe and secure. It's in my 12th house, meaning I put a lot of energy into privacy, secrets, and introspection. I do put a lot on introspection. Yeah. The independence part is definitely more true. But I will say... Okay, this is no one listen, I'm saying this to Luna. Part of the independence was learned through necessity. Let's be real. But yes, we both have grown a lot more independent as the years go on, but the easily bored part, yeah. No. Not at all. I'm just saying, I'm glad that we're more independent now. I'm glad that we can do that. I'm also just saying we had to be. Which I guess was laid out in the stars. So, Pepe Silva eating this. Oh my gosh, I can't speak English. Oh my goodness. So, I do only move. I don't enjoy confrontation, but I'm not afraid of it. But I will only push forward with something when I know what I need to say, or if I'm sure about my feelings about it. I don't like to jump and lash out or react emotionally if possible, because that doesn't have good communication. I don't think I'm passive aggressive, but it doesn't mean I never have been. I know as a teenager I definitely was very Even more emotionally repressed than now. What? Coping strategy. Oh, I'll take a peek. I'll take a peek. Everyone's exposing themselves to me. Just as Kikaku. Kikaku means plan. So my Jupiter is in Libra. Of one of the two social planets, Jupiter rules idealism, optimism, and expansion. It's also very philosophical. My Jupiter's in Libra, meaning I grow and find understanding through harmony, balance, and seeing both sides to a situation. It's in my 3rd house, meaning I find success through the things I know and I'm familiar with. Interesting. Interesting. I feel like I've gone out of my comfort zone so much. My Saturn is in Aquarius, which makes me frown, but nonetheless, it is in Aquarius. The other social planet, Saturn rules responsibility, restrictions, limits, boundaries, fears, and self-discipline. My Saturn is in Aquarius, meaning I struggle with obstinacy, a superiority complex, and being overly detached. I might be a little stubborn. I might be a little bit stubborn, you could say. I actually have an inferiority complex, unfortunately. I would like to switch it for a superiority complex, but they have not accepted my trade-in ticket yet. I am overly attached to the point where I might actually come across as detached. If that makes sense. I feel like that will make sense to Luna. I feel like Rebel will know what I mean. Where you care so much that sometimes you come off as if you don't give a shit at all. Or it's in my 7th house, meaning I've had difficulties with close relationships and long-term partnerships. Yeah. I also feel like this one's just calling me out on my BPD, which is fair, I guess. You actually read your descriptions? You used a lot of brain power? How did it go? How did you feel about them? A 3rd house in this economy? Imagine having 12 houses. You could fit so many planets in these bad boys. Same sign, different house. Ooh. My Uranus is in Capricorn. Uranus stays... Okay, these last 3 will be similar for much of the starshines who are millennials or late Gen Z. Ooh, 10th house. Well, that's interesting. Huh. That's pretty cool, though. See, all these little things. See, we have very similar, you know, we have same sign, different house. Same planet, same sign, different house. So many combinations. Uranus stays in each sign for 7 years, meaning it rules a generation more than a person. Yep. It rules innovation, rebellion, and progress. My Uranus is in Capricorn, meaning other generations are shocked by your generation's sense of responsibility, seriousness, rationality, and hunger for power. It's in my 6th house, meaning that for me, this manifests in rebelling against dated expectations about routines. Stick it to the man. Punk isn't dead. My Neptune is in Capricorn. Neptune stays in each sign for around 14 years. Oops, I think I said 13. Meaning it rules a generation more than a person. It rules dreams, imagination, and the unconscious. My Neptune is in Capricorn, meaning my entire generation finds inspiration through hard work, responsibility, seriousness, and ambition. Boomers would disagree. Boomers would disagree. It's in my 6th house, meaning that for me, this manifests in my ideal, verging on unrealistic and impractical about routines. Well, I mean, come on. Hi, Yelton! I got, you're a leftist for the generation. My house is burning is what I'm seeing. I'm conflicted because two of them conflict on each other. One is about analyzing and understanding, but having a carefree attitude and unrealistic dreams. Yeah. Are we doing homework? No, not quite. Oh no! That's amazing though. That's amazing. That's really funny. Oh my gosh. My Pluto is in Scorpio. Pluto stays in each sign for up to 30 years, meaning it rules a generation more than a person. It rules power, intensity, obsession, and control. Your Pluto is in my Pluto. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from? Sorry. I had to take a sip for that one. Oh, hello, phone? My goodness. My good golly gumdrops. You want to fight me, phone? Two houses are fighting for control. And Yama's got only one brain cell to lead him. My Pluto is in Scorpio, meaning my generation's psyche is comparatively passionate, intense, serious, private, self-obsessed, and perceptive. I thought that said pathetic. It's in my 5th house, meaning I personally am transforming outdated definitions of romance, creativity, and pleasure. I'm gonna have a love story that, changes the world. Changes the world. Kong! Astrology! Well, Twitch gets an ad break. So that means even if you don't have one, YouTube, even if subscribers don't have one, we're gonna stand up and stretch and drink some water. Take a moment to do so. Because it is good for you. Good for the mind.
Let's go gambling! Aw, dang it.
Oh, dang it! There's a Gigi asleep behind me. Oh my goodness. My bones are cracking like glow stick. As they do. I am old. I am old. Water save me. My goodness. All right. My back is still cracking somewhat. I'll wait for ads to be over to answer Kong Kong. Your Pluto is in Sagittarius, meaning your generation. Meaning your generation's psyche is comparatively positive, free-spirited, curious, optimistic, forward-looking, independent, and confident. It's in your 7th house, meaning you personally are transforming outdated forms of close relationships and long-term partnerships. Transforming is kind of an awkward word to use there. It uses that in mine as well. Right? Crack a bone just by turning. We love older folks here. Can't wait to celebrate Christmas with your favorite Christmas cake, huh? That's me, right? We're born very close to each other, so that makes sense. It rules 30 years. Stays there for 30 years. 12th house for Pluto's also in Sagittarius because Jack and Kami are a little bit younger than us. The sky nudged over a bit. I see Wilty just posting. Hates being alone. Really good aesthetics. Conflict avoidant in the Discord. What's up, Bob? I am a what? Pardon you? I will pardon you. What's up? Alright. Welcome back from your ads. We stretched, cracked our bones. I heard a cat being evil. Now I can answer Kong Kong if she's still here. I don't want to talk during the ad. I want to answer during the ad. My big three is Libra Sun, Leo Moon, Cancer Rising. How long till I start screaming at kids to get off my lawn? I need a lawn first. Where's my lawn? I'm just gonna get a smile in the Shire. So let's go back to applying these. Let's break them down. Yeah, what about you? What are your big three? I must know. Trying to find what we had before. Where were we? Were we here? We weren't here. Where's that one example that I wanted again? It was further back. Okay. Because I know that there was a little bit of issues. So we'll break it down into very simplistic terms. 12 houses and not a single lawn. I know. How could this happen? How could this happen? Where's my lawn? I don't need a big lawn, just a little lawn. All your Libra friends are gorgeous. You're gorgeous. Libra gang, Libra gang. Cap Sun, Aries, Rising, Taurus, Moon. Oh, you are lovely. Oh my gosh. We'll use you as our example then for this breakdown chart. She is a Capricorn Sun. So, Kong Kong is fundamentally responsible, serious, efficient, and rational. As I said, we're breaking these down into these base concepts so that they're easier to digest. I flatter you? No. I can only speak on what I've seen. That is what I've seen. Their moon is in Taurus. So she experiences emotion in a practical way, maybe a bit stubborn, a reliable person, and sensual. You know, there are those dating applications for Kong Kong. And then her rising, her ascendant is in Aries. So she seems assertive, competitive, and independent. And I can say that too. We've never spoken like personally, but everywhere I see you, every time I pop into one of your streams or the people that you interact with, you are a very cool, like, maybe not extrovert quite, maybe an ambivert, but you're very good at coming off very confident and independent and like too cool for school. I don't know why I said too cool for school. Too cool. In the beginning, too cool for school. Oh my good golly gumdrops. I know she is very cool. I know she is very cool. But just, you know, just off the vibes. Just off the vibes. Which is very fitting. That's how you come off to people. I'm sorry for calling you out as our example as soon as you got here. That Taurus moon though, how she's experiencing emotion, a reliable person, stubborn, practical. So even though she says, "Stop, I'm blushing," she might be rooting that feeling. She might be grounding herself on that feeling. Stop it. Stop it. No. Everything on here says you're some form of responsible, reliable though. Very big sis energy, it sounds like. I like how I opened the CoStar app on my phone and it says we're having trouble connecting right now. I'm blaming it on all of you. I'm blaming it on all of you. It must be you guys. It must be your faults. Oh, you know, that's true. That's true. That's true. She is Zad's big sis. Maybe we're onto something here. Maybe we're onto something here. Rabu sent her stuff in DM. I do have this, but we'll use it. We'll use this and Yama's on the stream to, again, breaking down these, not this one, breaking down those base concepts, because I think it's fun to do. And even though websites and apps might give you more in-depth glances at what these all mean for you, and that's great. You know, those are great. I love the more in-depth you can go without paying money, the better. But we'll also go over comments too, I think. Kami sent me his. Kami just sent me a link. That does not give me your birth chart. I'm so sorry. It just wants me to do mine again. That's when I switched my tabs, that's what I thought too it would do to mine. So we will read this with these. Scroll down. Scroll down. Oh, naruhodo. I see. You've bested me. That opened in the wrong group of tabs. Wrong group of tabs. Okay, so here we have Luna's chart. We'll break down some of these base concepts. So, Luna's sun is in Libra. Let me bring this back. Okay. My tabs are not tabbing. The tabs are not tabbing. Why are you fighting me suddenly? Hello? Anyway. The fluff? I don't need this anymore. Okay, there we are. So, Luna's sun is in Libra. Sun, fundamentally fair, just relativist. Which we know, but still. Her moon is in Virgo. She experiences emotion through being responsible, being meticulous, and being wholesome. Yo, okay, I'm just kidding. And her rising is in Scorpio. So she seems intense, deep, and power hungry. Her Mercury is in Scorpio. So she communicates by being intense, deep, and power hungry. How this manifests, of course, will differ slightly. Well, that's what it says. That's the breakdown. I'm so sorry. Her Venus is in Virgo, so she loves responsibly, meticulously, and in a wholesome way. Vrska in disguise. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Her Mars is also in Scorpio. So she takes action by being intense, deep, and power hungry. But her Jupiter is also in Libra, meaning she expands through being fair, just, and a relativist. Her Saturn is in Aquarius. So she disciplines herself by being unconventional, and anti and boundary pushing. So you're an anti. Naruhodo. You're just a hater. I'm just kidding. Uranus is in Capricorn. Generation innovates through being responsible, serious, efficient, and rational. Neptune's in Capricorn, meaning she dreams by being responsible, serious, efficient, and rational. And Pluto is again in Scorpio. So generation experiences power by being intense, deep, and power hungry. Wow. Wow. Kami has offered up his entire life to us by giving me his entire birth chart. So let's oh my gosh. Luna was mentioning about hers is all scrunkled on one side. And Kami's is also largely scrunkled towards one side, but a different, it's even more. Oh my gosh. Alright. I'm glad it didn't give me, like, your place of birth and whatnot. Not that you couldn't trust me, but it would be on stream. So I'm glad it just gives me the chart. Don't give your whole birth chart to Strange. That's what I'm saying. Kami, you're showing a lot of trust here to us. You're showing a lot of trust to us. We're gonna reverse engineer this natal chart. We're gonna reverse engineer and reverse plot this natal chart to find your coordinates where you were born. Just wait. Just wait. Any cartographers in the chat? Any cartographers in the chat? Speak up now. Where in the world is Kami Jar? The Kami was born on Earth. Ugh. 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 You can send me whatever you would like in DMs. But yes. Let's see. Let's read about Kami, who was born on Earth. Kami's sun is in Pisces and his third house. Oh, interesting. Very interesting. His sun is in Pisces, meaning he's fundamentally dreamy, insightful, and in his own little world. This is CoStar. This is CoStarAstrology.com because I love the CoStar app. It's my favorite. He exists on a chaotic plane of the divine that is not at all material. His rich imagination endows him with a strong intuition for hidden emotional currents. When Kami takes offense, it is deeply. And he's not necessarily interested in reconciliation. Oh, damn. It's in his third house, meaning he feels the need to distinguish himself through the things he knows and is familiar with. Thank you for the pen. I hired this cat to stare at you. So, Kami's moon is in Capricorn, meaning his emotional self is somewhat repressed in the name of responsibility, seriousness, and rationality. That checks out. That checks out. He craves the guidance and comfort of a teacher or parent. It's in his second house, meaning he finds security and safety through money and material possessions. What did Jackbox say? Like, you're like money bags. Your rising, your ascendant is in Sagittarius, meaning that Kami comes across as independent, optimistic, and confident, though sometimes overly blunt or critical. Oh. Generally a charming conversationalist, his free-spirited approach may come off as restless or easily bored. I agree with this for the most part for what I know of you. I would not say you're overly critical, but maybe you just don't say things. Now we're psychoanalyzing Kami, like, do you just not say things, Kami? Oh. Kami's Mercury is in Pisces. This is how he communicates, talks, and processes information. His Mercury is in Pisces, meaning his intellect is emotionally driven, dreamy, and a bit in the clouds, another dreamy. His imagination and intuition keeps him open to other people's ideas. He's a good listener, though he may have a tendency for white lies. Do you have a tendency for white lies, Connie? Are you bullshitting us right now? How many white lies have you told, huh? Give us an estimate. He prefers face-to-face communication. It's in his third house when he's curious and inclined to analyze how he communicates, whether he really understands something, and all the things he doesn't know. You have no idea. Was that a white lie just now? Was that a white lie just now? Was it? Was it? Was it? Was it? No. Question. He's questioning it! Chat, he put a question mark. He's questioning it! I should do like Zad does and have the zoom in hotkey. That's very good. Oh no. Question mark. Question mark. Venus is in Taurus. This is how Kami loves. His Venus is in Taurus, meaning his romantic side is oriented towards comfort and stability. He moves slowly and deliberately at the beginning of relationships. That timidity sometimes comes off as intimidating. He just wants something sweet and simple, gosh darn it! It's in his 5th house, meaning that for Kami, love is often expressed in romance, self-expression, creativity, and pleasure. Matching houses! Oh, maybe that would be appreciated. I have a vague idea, but I would rather just learn than figure it out, if that makes sense. I will hydrate before I dehydrate. I have to survive at least until the end of the stream. At least until we finish calling out Kami, right? Gamer water, save me. Ugh. My neck. I'm shrimping my bones. Kami's Mars is in Pisces. This is about anger and aggression. How he asserts himself. Kami's Mars is in Pisces, meaning he asserts another use of dreamy. You assert yourself in a way that is dreamy, intuitive, and thoughtful. I feel like they're overusing this word for you. And you push things forward with imagination and emotion. It's in your 3rd house, meaning you put a lot of energy into the things you know and are familiar with. It's a strange word to use in the context of your Mars, but... Your Jupiter is in Capricorn, one of your social planets. Kami's Jupiter is in Capricorn, meaning he grows and finds understanding through responsibility, practicality, ambition, seriousness, efficiency, rationality, and power. It's in his 1st house, meaning he finds success through his self and his self-image. Earned because it's your 1st house, your Jupiter in Capricorn is hyper present in your personality. Do you agree with that, Kami? Do you think this is very relevant to you as a person? Your Jupiter being in Capricorn? This description? Responsibility, practicality, ambition, seriousness, efficiency, rationality, and power. You're unsure. You're unsure. I see. Well, Kami's Saturn is in Pisces, meaning he struggles with his tendency to be a pushover, daydreaming, and his emotions. Oh my. It's in his 3rd house, meaning he's had difficulties with the things he knows and is familiar with. Uranus is in Aquarius. Other generations are shocked by your generation's unconventionality, intellectuality, and detachedness. It's in Kami's second house, meaning that for him, this manifests in rebelling about money and material possessions. Neptune in Capricorn. Hard work, responsibility, seriousness, and ambition. And again, in his second house, so money and material possessions. Pluto in Sagittarius. Positive, free-spirited, curious, optimistic, forward-looking, independent, and confident. It's in his 12th house. Outdated expectations of privacy, secrets, and introspection. So if we break some of these down, like we did with the others, we'll just do your big three. Those of you who sent me your links, which I think the other one was just Jack, did you want us to discuss them on stream if you're here, or just to share with me for funsies, because we're friends. So Sun is in Pisces. Kami is fundamentally insightful, intuitive, and empathetic. Moon in Capricorn. He experiences emotion by being responsible, serious, efficient, and rational. Ascendant is in Sagittarius, so he seems restless but intellectual, which I think is fitting. Kami does get bored sometimes, you know. Everyone gets bored sometimes. That was really, I don't know why I said that way. Psychoanalyze him. No, I will not put my degree to this use. I will not put anything to the bad use. I refuse. I pet the Kami. I have pet the wilting. I do the petting around here. Interesting. Very interesting. I pet the Umi. I pet the Umi. Is Ascendant the same as Star? How do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean, Jellybean? What do you mean, Jellybean? Wah! Thank you for the resub, Umi. You don't have to do that, but thank you very, very much. I'm more pet you. Hello. Ascendant and rising are the same thing. Your base star sign is your sun. Yeah, like Hong Kong said. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna pet the wilting. How dare. How dare. How dare you. But typically when you say my star sign or my star sign is X, it's typically referring to your sun sign. I'm gonna pet the shit out of you. Oof. I actually think... How do we sign up for star sign reading? Oh, you can use a number of websites or apps. We're using CoStar today, that's pinned. Just because it's one that I've already used and I like. If you want to share your chart, I can either read through it or just do like this base breakdown. That's what we're doing for some people, because it is a pretty personal thing to share. Not that I don't think you can trust me, of course, but just it's a little personal. Hi Huffle, Hi you Huffle, my beloved. Huffle, what's your star sign? Or even if you just tell me your big three, we can use this. Yep. It does have sensitive info. Be careful. only share at your comfort. You don't even have to give me the whole thing. You could just give me your big 3 or your 1. Like Hafa's telling me her star sign's Leo, her sun sign's in Leo, so she is fundamentally bold, proud, attention-loving, and charming. Which checks out. She is fantastic. The silly. It's a little less personal to do the breakdown than like sharing the whole thing. But again, at your comfort. At your comfort. I went through my whole one. I was I outed myself. How you, Hafu? Doing well? Oh, you're doing well. That's good. Moon is Gemini and rising Sagittarius. So, your moon Gemini. So you experience emotion through being curious, chaotic, and witty. I could see that. And your ascendant is Sagittarius. So Hafu seems restless but intellectual. Hafu do always be schmoovin'. She's hopping around. I do like this little breakdown though. That way we can discuss things at like a base level instead of having to be like, hey, give me all your info. We got zombies. Umi's sun is in Aries. So Umi is fundamentally assertive, competitive, but independent. Cancer is in Moon, so she experiences emotion by being sensitive, nurturing, and gentle, which seems very, again, I don't know you super personally, but that's very much how you come off to me. Is very sweet, very gentle. And then your ascendant is in Gemini, so you come off as curious, chaotic, and witty. That's people's first impression of you, which I think is also an impression I have of you. While being like a very sweet person, you're very funny, and you're a little bit chaotic. And you know, curiosity killed the cat, satisfaction brought it back, all that. You know, like, yeah. So even just off of what little I know about you, I could see this. And assertive doesn't even have to be like, oh, you're like aggressively like pushy. I mean, I guess it kind of does, but it doesn't have to manifest that way. It can also manifest in like having like a positive outlook is another word I think you could use for it, or just being like decisive as well. Like, I'm not a decisive person, so I wouldn't use assertive for me, but you could apply it in different ways. You could apply, these adjectives and their different meanings in different ways. This is like a very nuanced, this is like a very simple breakdown of things. What do we have for, what does that say? Sun is in Taurus. Ooh. Zad is fundamentally practical, stubborn, sensual, and reliable. Decisive with food. Yum. This already makes sense. This already makes sense to me. Zad's moon is in Aquarius, so the way he experiences emotion may be unconventional, maybe boundary pushing. I don't know exactly what they mean by anti in this context. Maybe just like contrarian of sorts, maybe, or just not sure how exactly they're using that. And then your ascendant is in Cancer, so you seem like Umi, sensitive, nurturing, and gentle, which I think is also very accurate. While you are a sensitive, gentle, nurturing person, maybe like a devil's advocate kind of way. Maybe in sort of like a mischievous way. Yeah, might be how they're using it. That could make sense. You are also a practical, reliable person. And I don't know about stubborn, but I know that you're very... what's a different word? Rather than stubborn for Zad, I might use similarly, but not wholly. Maybe I'd use driven rather than stubborn, but it's similar enough. And you're very like strong-willed. And that you're like ambitious in a good way. But yeah. And then your moon being an Aquarius. Yeah, I could see that. That is, I don't know how you relate to feeling, experiencing emotions when it comes to being Aquarius, but saving everyone's big 3 for science. Does mine get saved too? I'm also saving everyone's big 3 for science and things and stuff.
Let's go gambling! Aw, dang it.
Aw, dang it. Saving them for stuff and things. CG is just triple Leo. Ah, yes. Science. Science is going to satisfy. Kami, are you okay? Oh my goodness. What is happening to Kami? Kami is explode. Yeah. Although we weren't here as long as we typically are, I think I'm okay to call it there. Can always discuss more in the Stellarium if you so wish. That's everyone who has given me theirs and has responded to me. I do also use the pattern, yeah, which is really pattern hurts my feelings sometimes, but that's okay. The pattern is interesting too because it gives you information not only on yourself but also how you relate to the world. And the world, oh my god. No, and it's not necessarily a bad thing to hurt my feelings. It's true. Where it's like, oh, In fact, let me just hold on. I just want to look at Kim Dokjo for a minute. Okay, anyway. This is another one that I like. That goes in a different direction. Yeah, you can look at connections with friends. CoStar is similar in that you can get like a daily reading on with your friends, but the pattern goes really in depth on a lot of things, and it gives you updates on like how the stars are affecting you specifically currently, and like how the stars are affecting the world currently. So it's really fascinating. Really fascinating stuff. I don't remember how I feel about their birth chart in comparison. I'm not gonna get mine on here right now, but I would also recommend the pattern. It's just update. I was apparently logged out from when I had to get a new phone. Okay, can I look at my pattern? Is it really paywalled now? Oh no, man. Oh, it looks totally different now. I logged in, sorry. It looks totally different from when I used it before I got a new phone. Wow. I checked it like every day before. That's really unfortunate. Ah. I mean, I guess, but that's really unfortunate, man. I get it, like, they need money to, like, keep up the services, but that's unfortunate. I think it's still something interesting that if you want to... And if you want to look at, it'd be interesting. It's fun. Wait a second. Wait a second. Hold on. Never mind. Never mind. You sent me the screen. You're curious what CoStar would say on the app. Your friends in pattern. That's so cute. I love that. Luna and I are in pattern and CoStar. Let's open what Kami got in CoStar. Somehow, both 50 and 50 years old at once. Thinks everything is a sign. Can't remember if they dreamt it or if it actually happened. Amazing. Where did it tell you that? What the heck? Since you started using it, it's been encouraging and hopeful. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. I'm very glad. Hold on. Luna and I have a good bond too. It makes me happy. Oh, now it tells you that you can only do it like a certain number of times? What? Wow, NASA data. Oh, so right after sending in, okay. Major coaster cat. It's a little bit silly. I think the pattern takes it a little more seriously, like with its readings. CoStar has good information, but some of their daily things, like it's been a meme in my friend group sometimes because the way they describe things sometimes is very interesting. I'm gonna go find some actually. Hold on. I know there's got to be some in the astrology channel. Don't worry, I got this. I gotta open it. Oh, here's a good one. Here's a good one. This was one of mine from, let's see. I'm ready to explode. Oh, Yama, I'm so sorry. I forgot to go check your elements. I'm so sorry. I got so distracted. No. I'm ready to explode. This was another one. And then I captioned it with, but then how do I win? But then how do I win? Yama's the avatar. Here's a more silly co-star. They give you your dad a glance. You're being shaken. What are you? Okay, I'm a genie in a bottle, baby. They're so silly sometimes. What else? Let's see. Let's see. Is your heart even open? Wow. You can't be everything for everyone. Watch me. Watch me. Watch me. Also, Mercury is in the microwave right now, just for everyone's knowledge. Oh my gosh. Some of these aren't as silly as what I'm looking for, because sometimes it says like nonsense. Not always, but sometimes. Oh, they do stuff like this, like do and don'ts for daily do and don'ts. Hold on. These tend to be really silly. Do swallow your Don't do game theory. Don't do game theory. Don't do it, Sleepy. Don't do it of the past, Sleepy. God, what a question. Give me the circle chart. Okay, thank you. I'll go look at it. Jeez. Let's go look at Yama again. Let's go look at Yama. Big cheese. The big cheese. Wow. You do be having elements. Hello everyone and welcome to...
That's just a theory. Game theory. Thanks for watching.
Game theory. Man, I was trying to find... Hold on. Darn. It's not what I was looking for. Doesn't matter. Hi Scholar, how are you? What you up to? How you doing? So let's look at Yama's. Let's look at Yama's chart and use that breakdown again. So Yama's sun is in Libra. So Yama is fundamentally fair, just, and a relativist. And a relativist is someone who believes that truth is very, well, how do we describe relativism in a simplified? So it's basically the idea that there's no absolute truth. It's relative to what you think is right and wrong. That's it. Game theory mentioned no. You're doing good. I'm glad to hear. We're talking birth charts and astrology for a bit. We're winding down, but we're reading Yama right now. We're doing a small breakdown of Yama's chart. And Yama's moon is in Capricorn, meaning that he experiences emotion by being responsible, serious, efficient, and rational. His ascendant is in Aquarius, so he seems unconventional, boundary pushing, contrarian. That's true. Yama does want to like come off as more chaotic than he is, I think. Not to say he isn't at all whatsoever, but Yama's a sweetie. We're exposing Yama right now. Yeah, yourself. Your Mercury is in Scorpio. Means that you communicate by being intense, deep, and power hungry. I don't like the term power hungry that they keep using here. I understand it, but I would maybe use like ambitious instead. Yama is chaotic. But more so on the surface than in deep, I feel. I'm gonna replace power hungry with ambitious because I just like it better. Take more notes about Yama. Yama's Venus, the way he loves, is in... Am I blind? Scorpio also. So Yama loves very intensely, very deeply, very passionately. Yama's Mars, how he takes action, is in Virgo. So he tries to be responsible, he tries to be meticulous. He tries to look at the whole of things, not just wholesome. I feel like that carries a different connotation. You know? Where most people think of wholesome, they're like, oh, innocent and nice, but that is not the only meaning. It also means you're like an ethical person, which is, I'm pretty sure, the meaning that they're taking here. Guess I'll check out the pattern. I'm just making everyone download stuff. No. So, Yama's Jupiter is in Gemini. So, he expands himself through being curious, chaotic, and witty. Saturn, Yama's Saturn, is in Gemini as well. So that's also how he disciplines himself, through chaos, through learning, through being witty. Yes, the pattern. Scholar was born under the Taurus, which means you were in the northern hemisphere, and the stars were visible, as they might do once in a while. Yama's Uranus is in Aquarius. So, generation is unconventional. Yama dreams in Neptune through Aquarius, being unconventional and boundary pushing again. His generation in Pluto is in Sagittarius, so restless, intellectual. Let's take a look at those houses. Let's bother Yama's houses. I know they had one for this too, so we're gonna bully Yama and leave. So Yama's first house is in Aquarius. The way that he expresses himself is in this. Oh my gosh, can I also open this? All three of these together. Man makes himself, and the stars have little to do with it. It's interesting and fun. Your houses are fighting. They're doing their best. His first house, self-image, is in Aquarius. Second is in... Oh my goodness. Your houses are fighting. Oh my gosh, Yama! The girls are fighting. The girls are Yama. Oh no! I see. Gamba. They're just kind of giving him conflicting information here, telling him that he needs to be assertive and decisive while also being flexible and open-minded. So it's not that they're like fighting quite. It's just that they're very polarizing. So striking a balance for Yama might need a little more personal work than it might for some people. Finding a balance might be a little bit difficult for him and his houses. It's like half of them are like, be at peace, and half of them are like, no, we must go to war. It is interesting, yeah. We did have a disclaimer that, it's considered a pseudoscience. Take it with a grain of salt. Don't blame anything in it on, don't blame things on the stars. You still have to take responsibility. It's just like, honestly, psychology is a proper science, but it's similar to that. Even if you know the reasons behind things or why things or how things came to be, you still can't use it as an excuse. You can use it to help work on inner work or exploring yourself with introspection, but do not use things as like a crutch or an excuse. Hi, Ichiman. How you? But they're fun for introspection and just for learning and comparing and being silly. Good to see you. I hope you have a good time zone. Hope you have a good time zone. But yeah, for sure the disclaimer of take it with a grain of salt, all those things. This is just for fun and because it's interesting, and the history behind it we went over as well because it's also interesting. It does tie in with actual astronomy, which is also hold on, I'm responding to responding to me to where she could put her co-star information. Sagittarius, just watching it go down. You're fine with being blasted as a noton? As a noton? What is my brain? What is my brain? Hello, brain? Brain? Is the brain brainless? Where's my gamer water? Seems like Jack's okay with us going through their birth chart. This might be the last thing we do today. Astronomy is so freaking cool. I miss it. I miss it. I miss learning about it. I've taken a few classes, and on a forum one time, I had a thread on planetary science where I treated it as a class and had like weekly questions and homework. I love that for you. I wish I understood the pun. I feel dumb. I'm a little bit tipsy. Just a small bit. Hey. And what if I head pat you? I do the head pat too. So let's take a little peek at Jack. Let's take a little peek at them. Their sun's in Capricorn, meaning they're fundamentally responsible, serious, efficient, and rational. Everybody in the stream getting tipsy. Oh, okay. I thought so. I wasn't sure. I like that. Thank you. Classes just change. This can lead to a power-hungry ambitiousness. They have a tendency for workaholism and success, or support for the dreams of those around them. They're emotionally reserved and need to learn how to express their inner world and have fun. It's in their 8th house, meaning they feel the need to distinguish themselves from others through darkness, taboos, rebirth, smacks, and transformation. What the? Wow. Wowee zowie. What a banger of a sun sign description. You do. Their moon is in Pisces. The moon rules rules emotions, moods. Their emotional self is empathetic, dreamy, sensitive, and gentle. They feel vulnerable much of the time and desperately wish for a partner who deeply understands them. It's in their 11th house, meaning they find security and safety through friendships and social status and social life. I could see that. I could see these. I could see all this so far. Their ascendant is Taurus. They come across as highly attuned to practical and material matters, especially pleasure and hedonism. Hi, Levi. Nice baby's there. But the same materiality gives people the impression that they are reliable, settled, sensible, and deliberate, though sometimes stubborn. Jack can be stubborn. Why are we crying? Why are we crying? Why the fluff we crying? Hi, Stalin. No, I will head pat all of you and feed them cheese. Sweet cheese. Jack's Mercury is in Sagittarius, meaning their intellect is expansive, boundary-pushing, and independent. They have a sincere and irreverent curiosity about everything, a critical opinion about most things. A big picture thinker, they find themselves unconcerned with details. They tend to be fairly sarcastic and make other people feel uncertain. I'm sorry. Yeah. In the most affectionate way, yes. It's in their 7th house, meaning they're curious about and inclined to analyze their closest relationships and how they affect them. Water. I forgot to drink water. Gamer water saved me. How are you little fish? You gooped to death? Would you goob? Would you goob up, goober? Their Venus is in Capricorn, meaning their romantic side is somewhat repressed in the name of responsibility and rationality. Sometimes it seems like they don't care about love. They're extremely cautious and appreciate stability, and their 9th house meaning that for them, love is often expressed in philosophy, faith, education, and politics. Now, of course, I don't know Jack very well in a romantic context, but I could see this making sense. Their Mars is in Libra. Ooh, that's interesting. It may take them a while to make a decision, but they assert themselves in a way that is fair-minded and relativistic. Hello?
Gamer water, you say? Well, chat, you know what's up. Did you know if you use code SleepyWitch10 on Advanced GG you can get 10% off your order of your own gamer water?
Really? Wow! Imagine. Wow! I didn't know that. They do this stuff. I mean, the Starshine's right, but... I was gonna say hashtag not sponsored, but I can't. I legally can't. I am drinking gamer water. Anyway. I called it gamer water so you wouldn't do that. Oh no. Jack can be sometimes passive aggressive. It's in their 6th house, meaning they put a lot of energy into their routine. Ooh. Enjoy your ad break on Twitch. YouTube, you guys just get to sit there and look pretty. And even if you're subbed on Twitch, that's, you know, we're gonna get up and stretch a little. Oh, don't just sit down. Get up and move your body a little bit. Oh, my bones again. Holy crap. Touch the toes. Touch the hooves.
Let's go gambling! Aw, dang it.
Aw, dang it. Get to schmoovin' a little bit. Is gamer water really fancy words? I'm not even close to my phone. Stop trying to pick up. Stop trying to pick up my face. I leaned into it. Sleepy's just having a good time. Oh my gosh, Wilty. Okay. Water. Turn on. Drunk the water. Yeah, for sure. That makes sense, Jack. You know, like, it's scary. Not only is it scary, but also you want to be sure. You know? Especially if it's to the point where you might want to consider more, or even consider, like, considering more. You gotta be careful. Because that person already means a lot to you. Oh my gosh, call me. Call me with the 69 420 stardust. Oh my gosh. Me too, Jack. It normally takes someone else telling me straight up that they're into me in some way for me to realize I feel this. I feel this. I feel this. I feel this very hard. The way I got with my my partner before, I confessed, but I was like half asleep, and I was like, don't tell them, but I like them. in a call, on like a Skype call. It was so stupid. Other than that, I don't want to say anything. Welcome back from your ads. Real. Perfectly balanced, as all things should be. Thanos' job, probably. Yeah, it's scary. It's scary. It's scary. It's very scary. Welcome back from your ads. How many of these am I going through tonight? Well, this is the last one I have, so unless someone else wants me to go through theirs, I might be done. Especially if you already talk to them every day. People are just scary. People are just scary. I have never been good at recognizing when people have liked me. I feel like I've always been taken aback every time. I'm like, huh? Where's the huh emo? Huh? Huh? What? 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 Which I think is kind of funny because I was a behavioral analyst, so I pick up on a lot of things, but that's not something I'm very good at picking up on. How people might perceive me or feel about me in particular. I guess that might come with like the territory, I guess. It's easier to look at and read other people about other things. How are your brownies going? How does this work? How does birth chart work? Like getting one, or what goes into it? Because we did start off with some history and some understanding. Let me open a wilties. Let me open little kitty wilties. May I have a bite of brownie, please? May I have a bite of brownie, please? A little bite. Or a little guy. I am the little guy. What goes into it? Well, it takes into account when and where you were born, so that it can map out the position of the stars relative to that. Oh, starshine got bunny. Eat 'em up, eat 'em up, eat 'em up, eat 'em up. Yippee! So, here we have little kitty Wilty. We're gonna go back to that breakdown. Yama wants to improve in himself before he tells anyone he likes them. So, building up your self-confidence and feeling better about yourself is very good to do before bringing other people into it, you know? It's hard, but it can be very hard. Little kitty Wilty. Their sun is in Libra because Libra gang, which in this breakdown indicates that they are fundamentally fair, just, and ethical, a relativist. Their moon is in Pisces, meaning they experience emotion by being insightful, intuitive, and empathetic. That makes sense. Their rising is in Sagittarius, so they seem restless, intellectual. Their Mercury, a blind, is in Libra. Oh, also in Libra. So they communicate by being fair and just as well. Their Venus, the one that they love, is in Virgo. So they love responsibly, meticulously, and completely. Little kitty Wilty's Mars, how they take action, is in Capricorn. So he's responsible, serious, efficient, and rational. Wow. That makes sense. Little kitty Wilty. Their Jupiter is in Cancer. So they tend to build upon themselves and expand through being sensitive, nurturing, and gentle. That might be how they feel fulfilled as a person. Oh, Levi. Leave it know. If you want to use the one that I'm using on here, you can just use the pinned website. And then you can just send me the link after it gives you the result. If you feel up to it. If not, that's okay. We can go. We don't even have to do it today. We can also just do it in the Stellarium sometime, which is fine. Little kitty wilty Saturn is in Gemini, so they discipline themselves by being curious, chaotic, and witty. So maybe by learning, by forming knowledge, by being funny. Wilty is very funny. Uranus generation is in Aquarius. Neptune, the way that they dream, is in Aquarius, so they're unconventional, boundary pushing, a bit contrarian. Felt here. What I will say is that wanting to improve yourself is already a step forward, you know? And you've been working very hard on it, Yama. You've been working very hard on yourself. Wilty's Pluto is in Sagittarius. Sagittarius. Sometimes I forget how young Wilty is. It's in Sagittarius, which means that their generation experiences power through being restless and intellectual. I'm also on PC. Hold on. I'll show you how to. So if you... Can I just bring up the base website? So let's open up the base website, right? It's like, hello, download my app. If you go to the top right corner, oh, it's cut off. It's cut off. Unfortunate. But if you go to the top right corner and click natal chart, it will bring up a page where you can put in this info. And you'd be like, blah, 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 get your chart. And it also can give you some just base information on it, on what it is and what it does and what things might mean, some base information, some reviews, and then it'll generate a page that says, here's your chart. In fact, I will bookmark my chart. Actually, this, I was gonna say, is this, no, this is mine. Yeah. Oof. Excuse me. No, I'm not bookmarking Kami's chart. Disgusting. I'm just kidding. Levi, I believe in you. Yeah. I will wait for you. I will wait for you. Or you can just, or we could share later. Either way, whatever you would like. Whatever you would like, Starshine. I feel like I haven't heard the Shake the Dog song at all. Or the Sad Sad Let's Go. I feel like I haven't heard those. And I'm feeling sad about it. How could this happen to me? How could this happen to us? I think this is ridiculous, honestly. I think this is bullshit. Let me just yap a little bit here. Surprisingly, suddenly finding myself on the road to 1K on both YouTube and Twitch. I mean, on Twitch, 825, we're still quite a ways off, right? But that's closer. I feel like we just celebrated 500. That's, and the way I'm processing time in my brain. That's how I feel. And that feels weird to me. And I feel like if we get there, I'll need to do something to celebrate. But I don't know what. I don't know. Same for YouTube. This website is mean because it requires reading. I will read it to you if you would like. That way you just own, like an audiobook. Levi's story time about themselves. No. I don't need or expect to reach it. I just am surprised at how far we've gotten. I'm always surprised when more starshines. It still kind of blows my mind sometimes that you guys are just sitting here watching me be a silly little creature on your screen. Oh, why is my back is cracking so much? Can someone just step on my back, please? Please crack me like a glow stick, please. Ew, my back. My good golly gumdrops. Ugh. I can't even think anymore. Where am I? Sub only to get... Oh, no! I don't know. I'm the best little Evie. I'm not looking to hear that. I'm just, expressing myself. You guys are the best. I'm happy to have you. I'm happy to know you. To have the honor to have you in my community and get to hang out and talk with you and do things and play games. But cease. What the I think we should bonk Kami. I think we should bonk Kami. I think Kami needs bonked. Watch him cry. You're abusing your powers. You're abusing them. You like evil Kami? Evil Kami. Proud of you, bestie. Or's co-star would say you find success through social status, including platonic and casual friends. Oh my gosh. You know what? So true. So true. So true. Maybe... No, you're silly. I'm almost done with my little bit of whiskey. I'll give it a couple more minutes before running away. Running away to eat. Good night. Fine. Followers only chat removed by Kami jar this minute. Wow, tell us how you really feel. What else do we have going on? Oh yeah, I got the winter build tournament coming up. I gotta build for that. I gotta work on that. I have to work on that because that is that's the 16th done. That is the 16th. That doesn't sound real. Okay. Sleepy time. It's sleepy time for me too. And then we have some events going on in December in the Solarium. We also have the Holiday Solarium episode plans underway. We'll see how far we get with those. See Smirky. I'm feeling... Use your words, Sleepy. I'm feeling... indescribable. I have no words. I also want to do another Jeopardy, but winter holiday themed, Christmas themed. But I feel like I'm not gonna have time to gather people. Also trying to think of what the best way would be to involve the starshines, because I know when we did Halloween Jeopardy, you guys kind of like played in the Discord and were like, we want to play. but I don't know how to go about doing that exactly. I was talking it over with mod team a little bit, that the last, like, what I had, an idea I had was to like have someone be your representative, and maybe like polling or just taking like answers and having them do it for you. But considering buzzing in is kind of time sensitive, I wasn't sure how that would work exactly. Like, of course your representative could buzz in if they feel they know the answer already on their own, but I want you guys to feel heard. Jack is available for Holiday Jeopardy. I might hit you up for that then. I would open it to Moots first. Moots and friends. You are both of these. Indescribable is a word, you're right. What are some other words? Words. Holiday Jeopardy. Yeah. So I might feel out what you guys think in the Discord in the near future so I can get to planning that. If I have the time. I'm just kind of looking at my to-do list, and remember when I couldn't remember what to put on my to-do list on stream on Tuesday? I finally remembered some of them, and now I have a giant checklist. Oh no. Oh my gosh, wait, I can check one of these off. Nice. Because we did the birth chart, ZATSU. I volunteer Kami's tribute too. You know what, that's fair. That's fair. You just checked your pattern, it's brutal? No, I thought it was gentle and kind! Oh no. I didn't even read what mine said, let's see. Where is it? What's my current pattern? I got overwhelmed with how visually different it looks. Yeah, Kami tribute. Why is this so hard to look at? My daily vibe Wednesday? No. Discover? Vault my pattern. I see. Oh my gosh, okay, I got distracted reading. Okay, I think I'm gonna head off. I'm getting a little too out of it. We've been here a little bit. I'll share some things. Oh, 5th of December, unpredictable or unique. And oh no, Umi! Godspeed, sleeper. Yeah, hold on. Let me see. Where's my December 5th? Can I have that as well? I feel blind. I feel visually overwhelmed in the pattern now. Oh, is that, oh, that's going on with you right now. I see, that's your impacting you now, huh? Oh no! I believe in you. You got this, Umi! You got this! I believe in you! I believe in you. Thank you for hanging out with me. Thanks for sharing some information about yourselves, listening to information about me, and just yapping with me about astrology in general. It was really fun. It was interesting. Joke's on you, life. Umi's not interested. Take that. You thought you could hand Umi lemons and she'd just sit there and make lemonade? Well, she made lemonade iced tea. How's that? How's that one, huh? I hope you guys had fun too. Thanks for hanging out. Let me find someone to raid. Ship you off to at least say hello. Rat is still streaming. The Brizzy, Morgana, just... Bitch, I'm him. Okay. I think we're gonna... Where are we going? Where are we going? Where are we going? I don't know where we're going. Oh my goodness. Okay, hold on. Oh, I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. No. Why can't I find anyone? I mean, there are people. I was like, I want something. Okay, this is fine. This is fine. They're already okay. You know, while I find someone, if you are raiding with us on Twitch and you want to do a raid message, we typically do Sleepy Invade with or without the follower emote, like coming in Wilty did. YouTube, you guys just get to sit there and look pretty. Oh, Bubby's live. Okay, we're gonna raid Bubby. We're gonna raid the Bubby Gator. You guys be good, be nice. Take care. See ya. The next time I see you guys, well, I am co-working tomorrow morning if you want to be here. If not, that's fine too. Other than that, it will be Friday for Full Moon Friday, and then Sunday for Soul Link. Yep. So like I said, be good, take care, see ya. Be nice to Bubby, have a good time zone, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Shiz.